Hello everyone, welcome to PodBlues, your new favorite podcast about the music industry. My name is Izabella and I'll be presenting this amazing episode with two of the greatest music enthusiasts that I know, Andrey and João.
Hello guys, my name is Andrey. It's a pleasure to be here and present to you this popular genre.
Hey everyone, I'm João, and I will be exploring with you guys a little bit of the history of this wonderful music genre.
Guys, it's known that blues had a lot of artists, a lot of singers that made this genre so popular and so historical as it is. A lot of these artists are Sunhouse, Blind Lemon Jefferson, Lead Belly, Charlie Patton, and Robert Johnson. They usually perform solo with just a guitar, but later on they team up, forming pairs, so they could play in places like Plantation Campus, road juke joints, and humbling check of the Deep South. Early blues bands evolved from early jazz bands, or gospel choirs and jug bands. Jug band music was popular in South until 1930s. Early jug bands variously featured jugs, guitars, mandolins, banjos, kazoos, string basses, harmonicas, and other instruments. And when the country blues, the more rural blues, moved to the cities or other locations, it took on various regions' characteristics like hence the St. Louis blues, the Memphis blues, the Louisiana blues, and etc. And that's it what Izabella is going to talk about.
So guys, just like we have been seeing along this episode, there's a great history behind the movement of the blues. And I'm going to present to you some kinds of blues that was created along the years based on different kinds of artists. So we have traditional counting blues, jump blues, boogie woogie, Chicago blues, cool blues, West Coast blues, the Texas blues, Memphis blues, and Louis blues, New Orleans blues, and all about jazz. These are some kinds of blues that was regenerated along the years with different kinds of artists, and every one of these kinds of blues, they have a special touch to differ from the other ones. So, about the traditional counting blues. It's a general term that describes the rural blues of the Mississippi Delta, the Piedmont, and other rural locales. The jump blues, it's a kind of more danceable amalgam of the swing and blues and the precursor to R&B. So, the jump blues was pioneered by Louis Jordan. The boogie woogie is a piano-based blues popularized by Middlesex Lewis, Albert Almond, and Pete Johnson, and it was derived from barrel house and ragtime. The Chicago blues is a kind of Delta blues electrified. The cool blues is a sophisticated piano-based form that owes much to jazz. The West Coast blues is popularized mainly by Texas musicians who moved to California. The West Coast blues is heavily influenced by the swing blues. The Texas blues, Memphis blues, and St. Louis blues consist of a wide variety of subgenres. The Louisiana blues is characterized by a swampy guitar or harmonica sound with lots of echo, while the Kansas City blues is jazz-oriented. Think counterbassy. There is also the British blues, a rock blues hybrid pioneered by John Mayall, Peter Green, and Eric Clapton. The New Orleans blues is largely piano-based, with the exception of some talented guitarists such as Guitar Slim and Snooks Earling. And most people are familiar with blues rock. So, guys, make sure to stay tuned until the end of our episode to find out a little bit more about the blues music.
So, starting with the origins, we have to point that the blues music evolved from African chants, drum music, and country dance music. The blues grew up in Mississippi Delta, just up the river from New Orleans. That is the birthplace of jazz. Blues and jazz are used to coexist, but they have their differences, which will be discussed later in the podcast. The blues has an almost obligatory melancholic lyricism and a concrete instrumental technique, like walking bass and some solos between in the middle of the song. The genre even got the name of this aspect. Blues means melancholy, sadness. This style is very rhythmic, with a great vocal deliveries, simple lyrics, and a very present guitar. So to point some of those characteristics, I'm going to play to you all a song called I Don't Want to Set the World on Fire. And you all going to see for yourselves some of those characteristics. Like the walking bass, the melancholy, the lyrics, the sadly vocal. And let's get it started. I don't want to set the world on fire. I just want to start a flame in your heart. In my heart I have but one desire, and that one is you, no other will do. So guys, I'm going to tell you now about some songs by some artists that Andrey has already mentioned. The list includes legends like Robert Johnson, Muddy Waters, John Lee Hooker, so let's get to it. The first song is Crossroad by Robert Johnson. Johnson wrote and recorded this haunted tale about his hook up with the devil. The legend that Robert Johnson sold his song is well known by everyone. The second song is Manish Boy by Muddy Waters. The A-side of Manish Boy has since become a blues standard, covered by anyone interested in blues. Now let's go to the third music, that is Boogie Chillin' by John Lee Hooker. A solo performance featuring Hooker's vocal, electric guitar, and rhythmic foot stomps. The lyrics are partly autobiographical and alternate between spoken and sung verses. At last, I'm going to talk about the song that I played. That is I Don't Want to Set the World on Fire. It's a song by the Ink Spots, which is originally a band of jazz and pop. And the song is a jazz and pop song, especially when played live by a band, but to play it on voice and guitar, I reharmonized the song and changed the rhythm a bit, turning it into a blues song.
So guys, I hope you all enjoyed our little showcase about the blues music. It was a pleasure being here with you today and show some insights of the music industry. It is important to notice that even a thing that was created a long time ago is still in use nowadays. It gives us a sensation of belonging with each other and unity. So I'd like to thank here today our colleagues that was with me presenting this amazing episode, Andrey and João Vitor. It was a pleasure to be here with you today. And for you guys who are listening to us, we'd like to thank your attention and be sure to subscribe and like our episodes so that you can have a little bit more updates from the music industry in your agenda. So thank you for listening to us. Goodbye.